Hey crazy friends, it's Jay with Find You Crazy. We're a family of 9 who live full-time in our RV with 5 of our kids as we go around the country to see every national park. But today's another maintenance video, because the more you travel in these RVs, the more things break. The more things break, the more things have to go on the list. And eventually, you have to fix some of the things on the list. Some of them are hard, but luckily like today, some of them are super easy. So today we're going to talk about how to replace a waste valve pull handle. Like I said, we all have that list of things that need to be fixed on our camper, right? As we travel, especially full time, the more things come up, the more things have to be done. And so we have to prioritize that list. But when something breaks with a waste tank, yeah, that goes right to the top of the list. Sometimes it's something big like fixing a toilet, like we've had to replace on here before. Sometimes, luckily, it's something small, like your waste valve pull handle. So these are the handles that you use to pull open the valves to dump your waste tanks. Well, we have two waste tanks. Well, we have 4 tanks on our camper, 2 gray, 2 black, and so we have a front and a back pull. Well, our back pull, when we bought the rig, already had one of the little T handles broken off. That's one side of this right here. And then it wasn't but a couple months later that the other one broke off. So for like a year, I've been having to grab it with a pair of gloves to pull it open. Now, why I didn't just stop and fix it then? Well, it just didn't make it high enough up on the list. But the other day, the whole aluminum tube bent and then broke. You can see right here on the video, this is right up under our rig. And so right here is the pull. And unfortunately, right here where it goes through the welding of the frame, sorry about how dirty it is. We camped in a campground in Tennessee last week where the red mud was everywhere and it had rained and we had to come in on a dirt road. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So we are filthy and I haven't washed it yet. But you can see there how it just snapped right off. And so I've got to replace that. So luckily this is not an expensive kit fix. The kit, and this is the Camco version, and it has the aluminum tube, the extension, and then a T handle. All of that was like 11 bucks, and they have all kind of different lengths of these tubes and extensions, so you can get whatever it is that you need. And they really just screw on. One end of the tube down there is threaded, the other one has a threaded rod in it. And so you just connect them up as you need, thread them through, and you're good to go. The hardest part is probably getting to the valve. And so what I had to do was crawl up under the rig and just get a knife and make 2 little cuts along the underbelly so that I could pull it down, pull back the insulation, and get access to the valve. Luckily, that allowed me to thread the broken tube through my little hole so that I could open up the valve, and while we've been waiting on this to come in from Amazon, we weren't completely dead in the water. But once you've got that open, then the fix is pretty easy. So as the kit said, the kit basically has 4 pieces. So this is a piece that you can secure to the side of your rig if you need a little extra support. Mine comes through the frame, so I don't need this. The pieces that I need are these 2 tubes, and this is how you put them together based off of the length that you need. And so they have this little bolt that you can lock them in with. Mine goes through the frame, and so I'm actually going to take that off. And simply just thread the 2 together like this, because otherwise it wouldn't go through my frame. And then all I have to do is put the T-handle on the end, and that one I will use this because this won't go all the way in there, and then I'll thread this up to lock it in. Alright, so I'm not sure exactly how well you'll be able to see this, but so this right here is the tube that is broken that I need to replace. This is the metal pull part that is actually coming from the valve, and so it is threaded right there. And so these are the 2 pieces I need to unscrew, but this spins in the valve as well, so you have to be able to grab hold of both of them and spin. And so what I have done is put a pair of vice grips right there to hold one end,
And then I'm just going to use a pair of pliers and grab that. And because I am under the rig, I'm not sure exactly how much of this you'll be able to see, but basically I'm going to hold this with one hand and spin the vice grips with the other until I spin it off. Eventually it's just going to spin all the way off, and then you can take it out. And now you're ready to thread the new one in there, and then you can see how much of the extension you actually need. And then you're ready to thread the new one in there, like so. And I can already see that I'm not going to need both extensions on there, and so I will take one of those off, and there you go. And then I'm going to take this extension off because I don't need it. So now that I have that screwed in, you can see I don't need both of these extensions. So I'm just going to take one of them off. Like so. And then take this guy off. Lock and screw back on, and spin this guy on. Hey, there you go.
So that's it. Another one that is that easy. It cost me like $11 for the kit, and then, I mean, gosh, maybe 15 minutes to cut it out and put it back up. Once I finished underneath, I poked a few holes, and I used some wire ties to zip tie the flap back closed, and then just put some tape around it to seal back up my underbelly, and then I'm good to go. So again, $10, 15 minutes, and you can check one of the things off of that very, very long maintenance list. So until next time, guys, we hope that you liked this video. If it was helpful, please like it. You can subscribe to our channel and follow all of our crazy adventures. And you can also check out the playlist here at the end of the video if you want to see some of our other maintenance videos. So until next time, guys, go out and have some crazy fun with your crazy family.